Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here this afternoon. And today, I'm very, very excited to have Josh back with us again. This time, he's going to be teaching us about private block network, and he's going to show us exactly what you need to do. First of all, what you need to know about the private block network. Private block network. Secondly, you need to know what you need to do with it. Why is that so important for your ranking of your website right now? And so he's going to be here sharing lots of great tips on that. And but what I'm most exciting about is the brand new course he's coming out. That's going to just cover exactly the 6 easy steps you needed to do to build your very own private block network, so you too rank your site as well. So be very exciting about that. So before we get into all this excitement here, let's kind of learn how Joshua got started with internet marketing, but most importantly, what did he do exactly to achieve the level of success he has today? So Joshua, could you kind of take over the mic, share your unique internet marketing story with us today?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always good, great pleasure to be here with you. And my story of success, I guess, if you want to call it, because I still feel like I'm working towards it, started back in October of 2010. And it actually officially started earlier that year because I was flipping through the channels late at night, and I happened to stumble across an infomercial where Mark Victor Hansen was interviewing a young 25-year-old kid, and they were kind of the 25-year-old kid was the one being interviewed. So it was kind of mind-boggling to me because Mark Victor Hansen is a very successful person who wrote all the books for Chicken Soup for the Soul. So the guy is ultra successful, and he was interviewing this 25-year-old kid. So it was kind of weird for me. I was like, why isn't it the other way around? But this kid was talking about how he was making all of this money as an affiliate marketer, promoting Netflix, promoting Best Buy, promoting products from Target. And I was like, what's affiliate marketing? Why would these companies pay this guy to send customers to them? So I didn't really understand because I was completely brand new to the internet. I mean, I would only use the internet to go on AOL chat rooms and things like that and check my email and stuff like that. So I didn't know anything else besides that. So by the end of the infomercial, he offered a free book. I called, he sent me the free book, and I don't even think I read more than 2 pages of it. But it kind of planted a seed in my head that, okay, there's people out there making money through the internet, and that planted the seed in me, and it kind of like ignited this thirst to figure out how these people are doing this. So I think I saw the infomercial earlier that year, around January, February, and then through the rest of that year, I kind of went through the shiny object syndrome, where I was like, I was brand new to internet marketing. I didn't know what anything was. So I was buying product after product after product. And then finally, in October of that year, I told myself, okay, I need to stop buying all of these products and just focus on one specific strategy. And in October of that year, I purchased a course that was pretty much the best course I could have ever purchased, because as a beginner, it taught me everything that I needed to know from the ground up. It taught from the very basic of what a domain was, what hosting was. It really broke everything down. And for someone who didn't know anything, that was exactly what I needed. But then the more advanced stuff was how to make money as an affiliate. So it taught different things like list building, SEO, Facebook, and it kind of really broke down everything on how to make money online. And I actually went the route. I initially started with list building. So I spent the rest of that year building my list. Well, no, excuse me. I spent the rest of that year going through the product, and then I told myself that by January of 2011, I was going to take massive action and go after building my list. And that's what I did for the next 4 months, from January to April. I built my list, built my list, built my list. And then in April of that year, I finally broke through, and I was like, okay, I need to see if this thing actually makes money. I think by that time I had between 900 and 1,000 people on my list. And I told myself, okay, let's see if this thing actually works. And I sent my first promotional email to my list, and it was amazing. I mean, I think I made money within 20 minutes of sending that email, and within I think 24 hours, I ended up making about 120 bucks. And I was absolutely blown away. I was like, holy crap, this stuff actually works. But and then so for the rest of that year, I continued to build my list. But since I was pretty brand new, inside of this course that I purchased, there was also a section about SEO. and this guy was talking about how he was making all this money with just putting up simple websites and promoting different products, and he was really making some great money as an affiliate. So I was like, okay, I got this list building stuff kind of down. Let's see if I can do some SEO stuff. So for the rest of that year, I started putting up niche sites. And actually, the first site that I put up was all about how to play chess. And within 30 days of putting up that website, it was ranking #1, and it made its first sale. So I was like, okay, wow, I can do this too. I can put up these niche sites and just collect all this passive income. So by the end of that year, I think I ended up putting about 10 or 12 sites online, and I was making roughly about 1,000 to 1,500 a month. And then, so I told myself that in 2012, I was just gonna double all of that and put up as many sites as I could. So I started, and then I got one site alone up to making, just one site was making $500 a month. So I was like, okay, boom, let's continue this. But then unfortunately, in April of that year, April of 2012, I can remember it like it was yesterday, Google released its Penguin update, and it completely shattered all of my sites. I mean, my income dropped off. It just took a huge nosedive. And I was like, wow, what is going on? So then around that same time, around May of that year, a guy came out with a video marketing course. And that video marketing course taught how to rank videos at the top of Google. So I continued. I was like, okay, this is something I can do. So I started putting up videos, and the first video that I put up ranked within 48 hours, and it made money within a few days after that. And I think by the end of that video, I ended up making about $800 within 30 days of that video going up. So I mean, that's kind of where I am today. Today, I still continue to do SEO, do video, and I still continue to build my list. But I think the one thing that has helped me to stay consistent and continue working towards success is that whenever I saw something working, I was able to go out there and tackle it and be successful at it and just focus on it until I made it work. Now, of course, earlier on, I was kind of jumping from one thing to the next. But once I told myself that if I'm going to start something new, I'm going to do it until I master it, until I make money with it. And I think that's the biggest thing that helped me to be where I am today, is that I never give up. When I start something, I see it through until I'm successful at it. So that's kind of where I am today.
So basically, you went to a lot of ups, and you also went to some of the downs. So I think the important point here, people watching this, is that you can't just give up when something hits you, right? I mean, you got to keep continually. If one thing hits you, you're gonna find the other way to get it work as well, right? This is you are great examples of that, and so to knowing what you're knowing today, what would it be? All the up and downs you've been to doing your internet marketing journey. What would it be some of the great advice you can give to someone who's just starting out with internet marketing?
Yeah, absolutely. The first thing is to get through the shiny object syndrome as quickly as possible. I can't really say to try to avoid it, because anyone who's successful in internet marketing today has kind of gone through that. So get through that as quickly as possible, and just understand that it's normal. If you're out there and you're buying one product to the next product and the next product, and you're kind of trying to juggle a bunch of different strategies, go through that as quickly as possible, and then just focus on the one that resonates most with you. So if SEO is what attracts you most, stick to just that. If it's video, stick to just that. If it's Facebook marketing, stick to just that. And go through the shiny object syndrome as quickly as possible, and then find that one thing that you really like and focus all of your energy on it. The second thing is what I just mentioned, is focus. Whenever you find that thing that you really want to do nothing else. Don't buy any more products, and just focus on that one thing. And the last thing is to just not give up. I mean, that's one thing that I stress myself about. That's the one thing that I live by, is to never give up no matter what I do, just because there is no other option. I mean, what is the other option? You give up and you go back and continue working your job, or you go back and you go do something that's going to make you unhappy. So for me, I mean, there's no other choice but to continue moving forward and never giving up.
That's a very, very important point here. So let's talk about first of all, what is a private block network? Let me see if I can get it right this time. What is a private block network? Then I'll ask you the next question. For those
Yeah.
who doesn't know what it is, would you take on some time to explain what that is?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, private blog networks, if some people remember, well, if you've been online for quite some time, about a year and a half ago, public blog networks were something that was very, very effective for ranking at the top of Google. It was probably the most effective way to rank. But the bad part about it is that they were public. So they had a public sales page. Anyone can go to them, sign up, and start publishing articles in these public blog networks. And pretty much what it is, it's a big network of sites that have high authority, have some that have been online for a while, so they have domain age built in, they have PageRank, and they have some good authority that Google trusts. So it's kind of the best kind of backlink that you can get, especially if you can get it in the body of the website. So like if you publish a blog post, the link that you get inside of that blog post is the best kind of link that you could get, especially if that domain that you're getting it from has high authority, has good PageRank, and has a lot of trust flow with Google. If you get a link from that, it's probably the best link that you can get. But the problem with these networks was that they were, like I said, they were public. So people started going in there, they started abusing them, they started posting crap articles, but they were still working. But of course, Google started catching on to this, and from one day to the next, they just completely dropped the hammer on all of these blog networks. They completely de-indexed all of the sites in these blog networks, and everybody was freaking out because they were depending 100% on these blog networks to rank on the first page of Google because they were so effective. So it's kind of what has transitioned from that point to now is people building private blog networks. And a private blog network is pretty much you going out there and finding these high quality domains that are about to expire and you purchasing them for your own network, and then you build your own network that you control. You control the sites, that you control the complete site, you control the content, you control what links are linking from them, and you pretty much are able to dominate Google by just using your own private blog network. And it's a lot more effective that way because, like I said, you control who uses it, you control what links are on there, and you control the content that are posted on these sites. So it's kind of a different model to the public blog networks where you're in full control and you pretty much build your own little network of sites that you can use to rank for even the toughest terms that are out there.
So I remember those days. I mean, those what do you call public network? They are very, very expensive to join, isn't it? I mean.
Yeah, they were expensive too. Somewhere I know I was at least subscribed to 3 of them. I think they were like 67 a month, 97 a month, and I think another one was like 47 a month. And they were monthly subscriptions, but they were worth it because they would work, man. They were so effective.
And the thing is that they actually limit how many articles you can post as well.
Yeah, you would get a certain amount of credits, and then you can use those credits to publish articles.
So you touched base a little bit. What is the difference between that kind of network versus your own? Obviously, when you have your own, you take 100% control of this network. You're not gonna. The problem with those networks is you get a I don't know, from average Joe to some experts to just all kinds of people walking life start posting exactly the same network. So sometimes you're gonna get quality articles, sometimes you get a junk article, sometimes you get a junk content. So it's all makes like a big messy network to deal with. Now the benefit of having your very own network is the fact you control the content. It's all going to be your content, nobody else's content, unless you want to charge people to post on your network. That's a whole nother making money model there. But in either case, you're going to have 100% control, and that's very important for a private blog network, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, because I think that was one of the big reasons why these public blog networks were taken down by Google is people were going in there and they were just completely, and I can't say I wasn't part of it either, because I would sometimes go in there and I wouldn't use all of my credits and so I would go in kind of like the last week and just try to find whatever content I could and just publish it. And it was diluting the power of the networks. Because I was publishing duplicate content, I was publishing crap content. I was even publishing content where the content was not even too relevant to the links that were pointing to whatever I was trying to link to. And they were still working regardless. So I mean, and then after a while, of course, once people start doing this, and then you start publishing a bunch of articles, and then let's say you have a high authority domain, a PR4 or PR5, and it's a strong authority domain, but there's 2,000 or 3,000 articles on this domain, and everyone has 3 links to their different sites or different videos. That site starts leaking all of its authority to all these different sites that have published articles on there. So once you kind of have your own private blog network, you kind of are able to control that, and you're able to know specifically where, what you're linking to, how many links you're linking to, and how many articles you publish, and just really keep it clean so that you get the maximum benefit from the links that you're sending to you. And the good thing as well is that it worked for websites or for videos. So regardless what you're looking to rank, it works really, really well. And the good thing as well is that for videos, it works even better, even faster, because you're piggybacking on the back of YouTube, which YouTube is already a PR9 or PR10. So once you use that in conjunction with some private blog network links, and you embed your video on your private blog network links, the sky is the limit with that. Right. Yeah, private blog networks are extremely effective, especially if you use them correctly.
Right. So we kind of touch base on what is private blog network. I was saying public.
Try to say that 10 times too fast.
Well, PBN. Let's just say PBN. All right. So you touch base on what is private pub network, and also touch a little bit based on why private blog network is powerful. Why should? But let's talk about why, as individual, affiliate marketers who does affiliate blogs, or you own your own authority blogs, or any kind of website for your local clients as well. Why is it important to have using private blog network as part of the ranking tool, or part of the very important part of the ranking to rank the websites?
Yeah, absolutely. And the good thing as well is that with private blog networks, it takes a lot less effort to rank your client sites, your own sites, your videos, whatever it is that you're trying to rank. It takes.
Josh, are you back?
It's that much more authority. It's the kind of link that Google goes crazy for, because think about it. You're able to purchase a domain that's, let's say it's a PR4 or a PR5, has good trust flow, had good citation flow, has all the metrics are in line with what Google likes, and you're able to go in there and publish an article that is relevant, that is good quality, and has a link to your niche site or your client site. Having that link there is the most powerful kind of link that you can have. Yeah, you can put links in the menus, on the sidebar, or in the footer, but having a link right in the content area surrounded by relevant text, that's the most powerful kind of link you can ever get, and that's the kind of link that every SEO out there tries to go after. And once you have these private blog networks, you can do this all day long. And I think also that's a big reason why Google went after and shut down all of these public blog networks, because they were so effective. They were out there like, wow, people are using these to really rank fast. We need to put a stop to this, because they're pretty much they're able to get in context backlinks very, very easily from a high authority domain. So when you're able to do that and you're able to control that, you can pretty much rank for anything, and you can rank extremely fast for that too.
So I think the immediate question people kind of watching this interview is going to think about right now, it is already kind of hard to manage just one blog. Now you have this network of blogs. So kind of we redefine this myth here. It's actually pretty easy to manage this private blogs if you know what you're doing, right? I mean, isn't gonna be you just if you build this private blog network, are you just adding more work to yourself, or is it actually a better way there is a secret way to do this that it's actually easier?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, once you start building it up, and actually in our course we share two different resources that people can use to easily manage all of their sites in one place. So that's, people don't really have to worry about that. Once you get it set up and once you start using the recommended software that we recommend, you can manage all of your websites from one place. And that makes it easier for everyone. And once you get the groove of it, it starts becoming extremely easy. You can start outsourcing. You can hire someone to handle all of your sites for you, to do all the posting for you, to do everything. That's the other good thing about private blog networks, is that you can outsource it extremely fast. Once you get the initial stuff going, you can get someone in there and have them manage the entire thing. So that makes it very, very easy for someone to, start building their network, get all of their websites managed in one place by just following the two resources that we share. And then you can just train someone to just go in there, make sure everything's okay, make sure the content is being published, and you won't even have to touch it, and you can still go out there and rank for these different terms.
Now, I guess the next logical question is I think a lot of people want to know is how costly this is going to be to them.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a very, very good thing about building your own private blog network as well. Is you can get started with picking up domains for as little as $12, 12, 15, 20 bucks. You can pick up a few of them and really start getting some good power out of them. Because things have dramatically changed with Google. Before, it used to be all about PageRank, 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 PageRank. If you can get a PageRank 5 domain, you are golden. And some people are still in that mindset today where you have to go out and you have to buy the PR4, you have to buy the PR5, you have to buy the PR6 to be able to be effective with the private blog network. And that's totally not true, especially today where it's taking so long for Google to update PageRank. Sometimes it takes 6, 7, 8 months for Google to even update PageRank for websites. So you can go out there and you can find a domain that still shows as a PR0, but has good domain authority, good trust flow, good citation flow, and it has some good backlinks built to it. But since Google hasn't updated PageRank yet, it still shows as a PageRank 0, but it still carries the authority of a PR2, PR3, PR4. But just because Google hasn't updated PageRank yet, it still shows as a PageRank 0. But since it carries the weight of a higher PageRank domain, you can pick it up for 12 bucks, 15 bucks, just because most people are looking for sites that already say PR2, PR3, PR4. They're overlooking the ones that say PR0 just because they're not willing to go and do the further research to see that it is an authority domain. So you can pick up a PR0 with some strong authority for 12, 15, 20 bucks and really get the power out of it just because it still has authority, but it shows as a PR0. So for those people that are thinking that you need to have hundreds of dollars to build a domain, that's completely not true. If you have it, it's great because, if you see a PR5 that has all of the right metrics to it, that has some big authority, yeah, you can pay 100 bucks, 150 bucks for it. But you don't have to. You can still go out there and find the lower PageRank domains that still have good authority for cheap and start building little by little from that point forward.
And I think other people are gonna have kind of relate to this is like for every blog you pretty much have a very unique IP address. They probably think that's gonna add up the cost as well. But you have a better solution. Can you share that a little bit as well?
Yeah, absolutely. That's one very important thing when building your private blog network is to make sure they're all on different C-class IP addresses so that it's not easily detectable by Google that you're building a private blog network. So inside of our course, we share a very good resource that we recommend where it's a hosting company that provides 100 different IP addresses for as little as $25. So that's extremely inexpensive, especially for you're getting 100 different C-class IP addresses that you can use for your different domains. And for 25 bucks a month, it's so cheap for the power that you're getting by building your own private blog network. So, with the resource that we share in our course, they'll be good to go with just 25 bucks a month.
I mean, for 100 IPI just to get for 25, that's really, 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 really affordable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially with how effective private blog networks are. Once you start seeing how quickly you can rank, 25 bucks a month seems like peanuts.
All right, so we kind of talk about the we kind of talk about the cost and all that part, how easy to manage the private block network part, and let's talk about how do you make money with it.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the beauty of private blog networks. There's so many ways for you to make money with it. One of the quickest ways is to rent out links. There's SEO marketers out there that are willing to pay you for renting out, for offering your links. And obviously, you don't want to do it in a public manner. You want to do it in more of a private manner, where you're approaching these people in a small group setting, where you're like, look, I have this network. And these are the breakdown. I have a PR3, PR4, PR5, and this niche, and you can charge people to place links on your website, and that's probably one of the quickest ways. I know there's groups on Facebook where it's specifically for that, where people kind of go on there and they offer people to buy links on their network. That's one way. Second way is to just start charging your clients more. When you have a private blog network, you kind of gain more confidence knowing that you can go out there and rank your client sites. You can start charging more because you have that confidence to go out there and rank for them. And it makes it easier in the selling process, because when you have a private blog network behind you, you know that you can rank for those terms. So you're more confident when you're selling your services to your client, and you can charge more because you know you have that power behind you. Another good thing is that if you don't want to go ahead and build a private blog network, you can buy a high authority domain and just convert it into an affiliate site. And you can piggyback on the authority that's already built into that site, and you'll see how much faster you rank for different terms, because that domain already has built-in authority. You're not starting a site from scratch. You're just converting that site that's already a PR2, PR3, or PR4, and start putting reviews on there, start putting, convert it into an authority blog, and you can really start ranking faster with that site instead of just converting it into a private blog network site. And another good way that you can start making money is you can sell them. All right, you can buy a PR2, PR3 for 20, 25 bucks. Build it up a little bit more, put some content on there and sell it for 100, 150 bucks, and just flip domains all day long. And there's people that make a full-time living just doing that alone. And one final way that they can make money is to just go out there and use it to rank affiliate sites. Once you start building your network and you have the power to just place a link on a PR2 or PR3, you'll see just how fast you start ranking with different affiliate marketing niche sites, or even videos as well. And video might even work faster, because you can put up a video tonight and start ranking, and just send a few PBN links to it, and you can start ranking within a few days. So there's so many options that you can, and there's so many more that I can, that are not coming to me right now. But once you have a PBN, your options become unlimited to what you can do with them.
Now, kind of speak a little bit about ranking here. If you listen to this, if you are affiliate marketers, especially Amazon marketers, this is the time to get started, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, if there's anyone out there that currently has affiliate sites, or even if you don't, right now is the perfect time to start getting ready for the holiday season. We're kind of right about to enter the last quarter of the year, and people are, by the time November starts coming around, people are going to start Christmas shopping, holiday shopping, all of that stuff. And right now is the perfect time to start transitioning to sending your traffic to Amazon, because it's amazing for those people that have experienced this. That this is so powerful that in the months of November, December, and January, you make at least 3 to 4 to 5 times as much money that you did all the other previous months of the year, because people are just spending so much money for the holidays. So right now, I pay a very, very close attention to late night infomercials for different products that people are promoting to get ready for the holiday season. They're going to start putting out commercials promoting products that you can buy as gifts. You can start paying attention to different magazines. Go to your local bookshop or your local grocery store, pick up some men's magazine and start seeing the ads that are coming out, just so that you can see what people are going to be promoting, so that people can buy them for their parents, their kids, their daughters, and just start paying attention to what products are going to start being promoted, and then start putting up niche sites for those products, because when it comes to that time, November and December, you'll see, and it's crazy what happens, because you'll wake up one day about one, and it usually starts about November 15th, 16th, 17th. You'll wake up in the early morning. It'll be like 11, 12 o'clock in the daytime, and there'll already be 30, 40, 50 orders inside of your Amazon account, because people are just going crazy buying stuff. And especially the 2 weeks before the end of the year, I mean, it goes crazy. You'll start seeing 100, 120, 150 orders in one day inside of your Amazon account, just because people, and all you have to do is send the traffic to Amazon. You don't have to do too much selling. Just make sure they click your affiliate link, and one person will end up buying 10, 15, 20, 30 different products in one go, and you get credit for everything. So it's amazing, and right now is the perfect time to start planning for that. Right now is the perfect time to start building these niche sites, and it's the perfect time to start building your private blog network, so you can quickly rank those sites when it comes around time for the holiday season.
Has been updated.
And even a further tip after that, once the holiday season is over, it'll be the perfect time to start transitioning over to the fitness niche, because we all know that January, February, March, April is the big fitness. Everybody's did their New Year's resolution, so everybody's going to be on a big health kick. And once you transition out of the holiday season, you transition into the health niche, start putting up health related stuff, and you'll make so much money at the beginning of the year, because people want different health products.
And you know this because you've done this before, right?
I mean, it happens every single year, man. You just start preparing for it. You put up 4 or 5 sites exclusively for the holiday season, and you make so much money. And then you do the same thing for the beginning of the year. You start looking out for the different weight loss products that are coming out, the different commercials, and it's so easy, because you just look at what's being advertised. You put up a niche site about it, and you can make so much money from it.
Right. So we talk about the different ways to make money with the private network, private blog network, and then you kind of talk about a little bit concern of the whole thing being discovered. So I want to ask you here, how do you keep your private blog network safe, away from Google kind of detect, hey, you got a blog here, private blog network.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's always a risk, that we run when building a private blog network. But we share different tips and tricks in our course that are going to help people to minimize that risk. One thing we already mentioned before was to sign up for the hosting company that we recommend. You get 100 different IP addresses that you can use. That's one tip. The next thing is to use different themes on all of your different websites. So that you're never leaving a footprint by using the same theme across all your websites. And that's one thing that really affected a lot of the networks before, is that people were just duplicating the same site over and over, using the same exact theme for every single website. So it was pretty easy for Google to find them out. So every new domain that you purchase, make sure you're using a unique theme, so that it's not easy to track you down, because you're using the same themes on every website. And also, but one important thing, that when you're choosing a theme, you want to make sure you pick a theme that shows the entire article on the homepage, because when you start publishing articles, you want to make sure that the full article, including your link, shows on the homepage, so that you're getting the maximum amount of juice power from that link. And another thing is to make sure you use different plugins on your site. You don't want to be using the same plugins on every single site. Just mix it up, change things around, so that Google isn't able to easily track that you're using all of the same plugins on all of your websites. So those are just a few tips so that people can keep safe. Use the hosting account that we recommend. Use different themes and use different plugins, and just kind of scramble around so that Google isn't easily able to just pick them out.
So all this stuff that you're doing here is just trying to minimize the footprints, right?
Exactly,
All
exactly.
right. So maybe take a couple minutes to explain what footprints is in case somebody's just starting out with internet marketing. What exactly is footprint?
Yeah, exactly. A footprint is pretty much just that. I mean, everyone has a unique footprint. Whenever everybody on the entire world, someone could take like a I don't know footprint or something of your foot, and your foot is unique to you. So it's kind of the same thing when you're building your blog network. Let's say you're using the same theme over and over and over again. Google is able to pick up different footprints from that theme, like the different code that you're using on that theme, if you have certain text in the footer, if the layout is pretty much the same, Google is able to find that footprint because every theme is unique. Every theme has unique coding, has unique layout, and you can kind of consider it like a footprint. You can uniquely identify a theme by the way it's coded. Same goes with plugins. You can uniquely identify a theme by the way it's coded because every programmer, every person that creates themes, that creates plugins, they all kind of have their own way of doing it. And when you're using the same thing on every theme, Google is able to easily just run a certain piece of code that's on your site and be able to find all the different sites that are out there that are using that specific code. So that and it's also very similar to when when you use different search strings in Google and you're able to find all the different sites that have that certain search string on their website. It's kind of pretty similar to that.
I think maybe a easy way for people to understand this is, correct me if I'm wrong, is footprints like a pattern. If you have the same kind of pattern around your backlinks or all the blogs that you have, that's a dead giveaway. All these are connected together. So as a smart internet marketer and especially SEO person, your job is not leave that footprint. If you are leaving it, leave it very minimum, right? So the goal of the game is not let the Google guess right that you guys are actually related to each other, like me and Joshua are actually related to each other, right? So that's what footprint is, right? So
Yeah,
you think
exactly.
that's maybe a better way to explain this, or?
Yeah, exactly. You made it simpler than what I can do.
All right. So just want to make sure people understand that concept there. So let's talk about the reason why you decide to offer this private blog network course to the public. What is the biggest problem you're trying to help all the internet marketers solve here?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, private blog networks are extremely, extremely effective to ranking in Google. So and the good thing is that private blog networks is not the kind of thing that can be diluted, or it's not the kind of thing that someone puts out. If I give you the name of a specific product and then everyone starts promoting it, it kind of loses its effectiveness. The good thing about private blog networks is that can't really happen because there's so many domains out there that are for sale on a daily basis that it can never really lose its effectiveness because everyone there's too many domains out there that are being for sale. So when everyone is building their own private blog network, you can't really dilute that because it's yours. You're building this. You're not really giving access to thousands of people. The network that you're building is specifically for you, so it's not something that can be diluted. So we really wanted to put it in the hands of as many people as possible so that they can get this information and use it for themselves and really go out there and rank at the top of Google very easily by using these private blog networks. And another thing as well is we really wanted to clear up a lot of the confusion because there's a lot of confusions out there that you need a big budget to build a private blog network, that you need to have a ton of experience, and then you need to have that you need to be some super duper SEO person, and that's not really the case. We've really wanted to clarify all of that and make it easy for anyone to build their own private blog network. So that.
Yeah, so let's talk about, before we get to the next section of this question here about the offer itself, I want to kind of quickly share some of the results that you personally getting by using, the PBN. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, absolutely. If anyone, and the good thing as well is that with private blog networks, you can really dominate the first page of Google. Right now, we're completely dominating for an extremely competitive term. Dental implants in Boynton Beach, we're not only number one, but we're also number two. ICP Dental, that's one of our clients that we're working with. Cosmetic dentist, Boynton Beach, another super competitive term. We're dominating not only the first spot, but also the second spot, and emergency dentist as well. If you go emergency dentist in Eugene, Oregon, if you go to that, we're not only ranking number one locally, we're ranking number two and number three organically as well. And if anyone goes to Google and they Google D9 hosting review, they'll see my YouTube video on there as well. I sent just a few PBN links to it, and they'll see my video on position number 3. So it also works extremely effective for videos, for local clients, for affiliate stuff. No matter what you're doing, it's extremely effective to ranking right now. And the good thing is that even if you're an affiliate marketer, if you're going for more affiliate terms, the competition is even less because, at least for me personally, I think local terms are sometimes a little bit more competitive, especially if you're in a big city, things like that. Things can get really competitive when you're going up against other SEO agencies. So if you're doing affiliate marketing, you can kind of minimize that competition by finding some good keywords and keywords that have less competition that you can rank for quickly. So those are just some of the results that they'll be able to see on the sales page. We're ranking for some pretty competitive terms in some pretty competitive markets.
Now, for these terms, I think maybe typically, just out of my head and guessing here, it probably takes normally 4 to 6 months to rank a term like that. Now, how long did it take you to rank these terms? Just give some idea here.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now we're seeing about between 27 and 30 days to rank. And that's, usually the first few weeks is, you're in the Google sandbox, and then you do the Google Dance, and then all of that stuff. So once all of that settles and you go through that, usually at least for our results, we're getting about 27 to 30 days once you go through that whole Google Dance, because it's normal. And if someone's watching this and your website is kind of going up and down, up and down, up and down in the Google results, that's completely normal. It's called the Google Dance. Just, it's going to settle once
you actually
Google
won that, by the way.
Yeah.
You won that. That means that means Google is trying to decide, okay, which one to put on the top.
Yeah, and same goes with videos as well. If your video shoots up and then completely disappears, that's completely normal as well. Don't freak out. With videos, it's usually a lot faster. So if your video jumps up, then disappears, usually within 3 to 4 days, it's going to come right back up, and usually it comes back stronger than when it was before. So if you're seeing that, that's completely normal.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right, thank you for sharing that. So let's talk about the offer itself. Let's talk about the name of the product, time to launch, and who's going to be really beneficial for getting this.
Yeah, absolutely. So the name of the product is Zamurai PBN Blueprint. It's going to be going down on October 26th, which is a Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the person that's going to benefit with this more is those people that really want something that is proven to work over and over again to ranking in Google fast. There's a lot of courses out there that teach a ton of different ways to get backlinks and a ton of different ways to rank. And sometimes it kind of gets a little bit confusing on what to actually do and what actually works is best. So once you have your own private blog network, it's like that works. Right now, private blog networks is the most effective way to rank in Google. So once you have that, really the sky is the limit. So if someone wants the power of that, of being able to build their own private blog network with a course that is really simple to follow, that anyone can follow, then that's the person that's going to want to pick this up.
All right, let's talk about time to launch.
Yeah, the time is going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, for HanFam, we're doing a great early bird special that you'll want to pay attention to. That'll most likely be from 10 to 11 o'clock.
All right. You guys heard it.
Yes. Yeah, so make sure you look out for that.
All right, so let's talk about what exactly is inside the front-end offer. What exactly are they getting? And maybe kind of review what's the starting up price. Is it on diamond sale as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So inside of the course, they're going to get everything. We've broken it down to a simple 6-step process that they can go through to find these high-quality domains. So we're going to cover what to look for in a domain, how to know whether a domain is a winner or loser, where to find them, the best places to find them, what to pay for a domain. That's one thing that a lot of people ask us is, what should I realistically pay for these different domains? We're going to break that all down for you so you know exactly what to pay. We're going to show you where to get them for the best prices. Once you get them, how to set them up correctly, what hosting to use, what different resources to use to set them up. And also, once we're done doing that, once you got them hosted, we're going to show you how to set them up properly to get the most amount of power out of them. So it's pretty much a step-by-step course that really takes them from start to finish of where to find them, what to look for, and how to properly set them up.
6 easy steps, right?
Exactly. Yep. Just follow the 6 steps, and you'll be able to build your own private blog network as quickly as possible. And also, we've got some great bonuses for your guys. They're also going to be getting a cheat sheet, which goes perfectly with the course. The cheat sheet is pretty much it's taken the different criterias that we look for in a domain. In a cheat sheet, if you see a domain that you think you want, just match them up to the cheat sheet, make sure it matches all the criteria. If they all check off, boom, you go ahead and buy that domain. So it kind of streamlines the process so you can go from purchasing the course to purchasing your first domain as quickly as possible. Just follow the 6-step cheat sheet and you'll be good to go. We're also going to be sharing a very good course that I put together that is going to show people how to the 8 different kind of keywords that I use every single time to ensure that whatever niche site or whatever video that I put up is going to convert. That's one thing that I see a lot of people struggle with is which keywords to go after because they really don't know whether they're going to convert or not. And after all of the experience that I've gathered, I've narrowed it down to 8 different keywords that I always target that I know are going to convert every single time. So they're going to get a training about that. They're also going to get a training on the different affiliate networks that I personally use that are trustworthy, that pay on time, and they really don't have to worry about anything because there's a lot of affiliate networks out there that are shady, they don't pay on time, or sometimes they don't even pay at all. So I share with them the different networks that they can go to really make sure that they get paid and they're a trustworthy affiliate network. And the last bonus that they're getting is a product Rolodex. And this product Rolodex is a list of high converting products that they can start promoting right away. We give them the name of the product, the affiliate page, the sales page, so they can really check it out and just pick out the ones that they want to promote and go out there and start ranking for it. And the price, I think we've missed out on the price. So the price for the early bird is going to be $14.99. So really
get there early.
Affordable, really affordable price. Make sure you get there early, and then that's going to be for the early bird. And then once the early bird expires, it's going to go up to $16.99. So you want to make sure that you're there on time. And then after the $16.99, it's going to be going up every few hours. So if you want to get the maximum discount, make sure you get there on time as early as possible to get the best possible discount.
All right, so let's talk about the OTO. Let's talk about the first one.
Yeah, this is perfect. The first OTO is it's a software that we've partnered up on that pretty much takes everything that we teach in the course and delivers it in one simple software. So all the criteria, everything that we share in the course, they'll be able to do all of their research and purchase domains all from within this software. They just set the different criteria that they want, and the software populates all the different domains. They're able to do their research on the domains to make sure they're really good authoritative domains and do all of that stuff inside of this one easy-to-use software. And the good thing as well is that it's a Mac and PC software, so it doesn't really matter what machine they use. They can purchase it and be able to use it. And it makes everything so simple. They learn what to look for in the course, and then the software allows them to quickly search for all the best domains that are available to buy. And that's the first OTO. The second OTO is kind of really takes things to the next level. And it's our Authority SEO Blueprint, and it pretty much breaks down what to do to go out there and create authority niche sites that Google loves and rewards with top rankings. So once they have the backlink section completed, They'll be able to know how to create authority sites, and we all know that authority niche sites are the way to go today to really dominate Google. So they'll be able to learn exactly how we create our authority sites that make us anywhere from $500 to $1,000 per month, and they'll be able to really get all of that, the entire strategies that we follow to create that and rank at the top of Google really, really fast.
Okay, great. So is that all the OTO you have?
That's it.
Just want to make sure we cover everything here.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you so much for spending time and teaching us about what PBN is and the private block network is. And before we, I think that's pretty much all the questions I need to ask you. But I got one last question, and that is, as people watching this interview, they understand the importance of have their very own private block network, and they want to build themselves one for a very affordable, budget, and they want to get to know the 6 easy steps to get it done. So they want to buy this, they want to learn this, and most importantly, they want to take action with this. But everyone has that little voice on the back of their head telling them don't do it, and the negative voice in us, right? So my question to you, Joshua, is what makes your product so unique? You think that everybody should grab this during this special launching period?
Yeah, absolutely. And I have a few reasons. Number one is we've really broken it down to its simplest form. There's a lot of courses out there that really take PBNs and just overcomplicate it like crazy. And we've been able to make it so that all they have to do is, they don't have to do anything. All they do is just follow our 6 steps that we've laid out, and they'll be able to understand how to quickly go out there and purchase build their private blog network. So we've broken it down to 6 simple steps. Number 2 is the affordability. I remember I was talking on the phone with a friend of mine, I believe a few weeks ago, and he told me how he paid a guy, I think it was $500, for him to show him how to build a private blog network, what to look for in a domain, where to buy them, how much to pay, pretty much everything that we're showing in our course. My friend went out there and paid a guy $500 to show him how to do this. So we're really doing it at a crazy affordable price so that we can level the playing field for everyone, and everyone can really know how to build their own private blog network and really go out there and do it at an affordable price.
All right, so before we leave here today, you guys heard it, and I think, if you're serious about SEO, you're serious about ranking any of your site today, you need to learn how to do this, because this is the only thing that's kind of for sure right now that's working back to days and still kind of translate to today, still works. It just, you're doing things a little bit different now. In the moral of the story, if you're serious about SEO, serious about get that free traffic, you need to spend some time to learn how this PBN system works. Okay, so 6 easy steps works, right? So so thank you so much for spending your time with us, Joshua, and teach us a whole bunch of things about the PBN. I can't pronounce it. and private block network system. So before we leave here today, and do you have maybe a final word of wisdom you'd like to share?
Yeah, for anyone watching, like I said earlier in the interview, just stay focused, never give up, and just continue moving forward regardless of what's happening, regardless how many hurdles you have to jump over. Just continue moving forward and never give up.
All right, on that note, so you guys heard it. So make sure you look out for my email tomorrow when this thing launches, so it can be first of all, grab at the lowest possible price, and secondly, you're gonna get the awesome bonus from a Josh portion, and also from myself as well. So be very excited and learn it, and please taking action, because at the end of the day, you got to taking action to see the results, right? So Josh, thank you so much, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon.
Awesome, man. Great to be here. Everyone, have a good one.
All right, cheers.